Hey guys, all right. Third time's the charm. We know the drill, don't we? All right, so today is a bold lips for Old Chicks Day, but psych, it's not that bold, okay? I also am going to trick you guys one more time because I can, first of all. And secondly, I also have this Ulta Beauty Cheek Squad cream face palette that I've had for not long, but have been wanting to try. And this thing was sold out. Like, I looked on the new arrivals on Ulta's website and they were sold out the day. Like, the day they came in was the day they sold out. Like, they were completely sold out for a long time. So I got it in my hands on the light version, and then I think there's a deep version as well. All right, so here we go. We're also going to try this one today, but I'm going to go ahead and start, as I always do, top down. So we're going to start with eyes. Now, technically, this is it says it's a cream face palette. So you've got your bronzer, which is at the bottom. This says, I think the whole thing is called Pop of Petal. All right, so you've got like a bronzer, okay? So there's technically no like eye shade, technically. And then you've got a highlighter. Excuse me, still sick. And then of course your cheek color. I think this is gonna look really pretty. So since I don't have, or this doesn't really necessarily technically come with a eye color, I'm just gonna put the bronzer and my crease. Speaking of creases, the older you get, ladies, like, you constantly have to take care of this. And this is after I was powdered as well, so. Oh, okay, very subtle. This is gonna be perfect for like summer, I feel like. Or any of you minimalist makeup ladies out there. I think you're really gonna like this. I mean, obviously, like, I'm very fair, but I will say, like, just take all these things into consideration because the skin on my eyes is very highly pigmented, a lot of hyperpigmentation. And so this is looking almost exactly the same shade if I didn't have any foundation or concealer on. So it's gonna look different on you if you're fairer than me in this eye area. I don't normally do it, but I might put a little bit of the bronzer also in on my actual face. In your typical bronzer areas. Very natural, like, this is looking really pretty, and natural is like the name of the game with this. You probably could use just your fingers, but I just prefer to use a tool. I feel like it's almost easier because you can get into these small spaces a little bit easier without having your big old clunky hand in the way. So I'm just dabbing a little bit. Oh, very subtle, very natural, very pretty. I'm just gonna take a close-up look. A bummer about this is, like, there's no mirror. I should have put a mirror on there. Let me get a close-up look. Even a small mirror would have been good. Okay, so I feel like I had to build that up quite a bit to get it to look as shimmery as I wanted and as noticeable as I wanted. So that's something to think about. I'm gonna go ahead on the other eye, use my finger, and see if we get a better result or a different result. Oh, it's very thin feeling. Yeah, and I think right away, like, use your finger, but the problem is, like, it's getting into places that I don't really want it to. And I don't have as much control with my finger. And I feel like the more that I pat it and try to pat it down, it's taking away some of the shimmer. Or maybe it's just taking away some of the product. All right, we're getting a crease. I don't know if you can see that. This is gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be a problem for me. So very creasy. All right, let's get some cream blush on, y'all. And I have got two brushes for that. This is the She Glam liquid blush brush. And this one is from that same Amazon brush kit, the BS Mall. So let's just give you guys a little bit of a swatch. Okay, so it's very peachy pink. I will say, like, what I'm not liking about them is they're very greasy feeling. I don't have any powder or anything on my face. And I kind of feel like that might be the problem. They're a little bit too greasy. So they are really, I probably should have tried the bronzer first, but oh well, we live and learn, don't we? Anything that's too oily or greasy feeling or whatever is certainly going to crease up. So, I mean, these are not meant to be put in on your eyes. That's not what they're, but it does say face palette. I don't know. I don't think they're marketed as like eye colors as well. So they might be, I might let them off the hook a little bit for that. But if you've got hooded eyes or eyes that crease or whatever, then you're having a problem with that, I don't recommend putting these in your eye area. Unless you're gonna set them with the powder, and in my opinion, it's like, why wouldn't I just use a powder in the first place? You know, I don't know. So I like the blush so far. The shade is nice, blendability seems nice, very natural looking. This is gonna be really great for summer, I feel like. Just especially when you want that effortless sort of situation. Well, it's hard to say. All right. I would never do this, but for you guys, do we see a difference? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Very subtle glow for the highlight. I'm not overly wowed by that. All right, and so I think I'll put a little bit of the bronzer around the perimeter of my face. If I can find a brush for it. I'll be looking for a brush for 20 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, so I figured I'd try this one. This is the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush. Let's just see. I honestly feel like it might, there we go, might give me more than I bargained for. Subtle, like subtle is the key here. Okay, so again, subtle is the key here. If you're looking for something really subtle, then you might really like this. I like the blush, but honestly, the rest of it was just meh. So the blush is very pretty. I've got a bunch of other cream blushes. I honestly like this one a lot. This is the AOA Studio Cream Sheer Blush. This one is in the shade Cupid. It says Hush Blush. So this is in the shade Cupid. I actually like this one better. It's not as greasy feeling, like it's a cream, but like you can see even on my hand, like I'll show you, I'll give you a swatch. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but like the Ulta one is just much greasier. So it's got that sheen. If you're looking for that, like you can see like the light is shining off that, but yet the highlight shade is just not very highlighty. Like it's just, it's got some shimmer in there and you can see it, but I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give that one, like, I'm not loving it, okay? So yeah, not loving it. I had such high hopes. I was so excited about that, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. Not every product is a home run product, okay? Now we're gonna try the lip. Sorry this video is so long, but you ladies know how it is. Okay, so you guys know that for a year at least, I can't remember how long because I never remember anything, but I have been using the Glosstopia lip glosses from Hard Candy, and I had one here, but I was so angry at it that I threw it away last night. So it's gone. It was, I can't remember the shade, but the one I had been using, and I had been touting them as they're so amazing. They're very glossy, they're very comfortable, they make my lips very moisturized. I wear them all the time, carry them on my purse, every single purse. Got a Glosstopia lip gloss in it. Because the point is, I thought that because I was using that lip gloss, that they were all like that, all shades were like that. So I ran out of that lip gloss. It was the shade Opal Tease. I was like, I'll just get a different one. Got a different one, can't remember the shade again. And I was using it. I was like, man, my lips are like, what's wrong with my lips? They're just so chapped. I must be getting sick. I must be having something wrong with my body. I gotta get more yin or yang, or I need more vegetables in my diet, something. But no, it was the gloss, because I stopped using it for a little while. My lips got better. That happens all the time. I'm gonna try not to rehash it too much. Sometimes lip glosses feel nice when they go on, but then after a while, I don't know why, they actually make your lips more chapped, okay? But also the problem was I couldn't find that same shade. Like, I wanted that shade again, Opal Tease, which was my favorite one. It was the first one I ever got, but I loved it, loved it, loved it. I had so many comments on how, what's that lip gloss? It's so beautiful. Sort of a peachy pink kind of color. So when I was looking at the Ulta's new arrivals, this CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss is the exact same shade. So I am so excited to try this. And they're new, so there's some sort of new formula. Doesn't say what it's about, it just says Yummy Gloss. And the shade is 650 Coconuts About You, okay? No, I didn't read any information about it, so I don't even know what they're supposed to do, be, whatever. Don't know anything about it. So we're gonna try it today. Solely for the shade, I love how I said solely when I'm gonna add 2 more things. 1 more at least. For the shade and for, obviously, comfort of the gloss. Like, I really want this to work because I want the shade to be beautiful, which it is. It's exactly the right shade, but I also want to be able to wear it all the time and it be comfortable on my lips. So let's just get it on and we'll see. Oh, it smells like coconuts. Oh, it's a beautiful gel formula. Very smooth. It's feeling a little tingly. I don't know if it's supposed to or not. Yeah, a little tingly burny. I don't know if it's a plumping gloss. It just says Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss, but the yummy is sort of puffed up, so maybe. I will say that I don't think the shade is quite right, or at least it's not as pigmented. No, it's not. It's not the right shade at all. It's clear. It looks like it's gonna not be clear, but it's totally clear. So why they lie to me, I will never know. And I'm gonna tell you this is going back, because the main reason I got this was for the shade. So if you guys are ever wondering about any lip gloss that I have, this is not it, okay? We can't replace it with this, which is such a bummer. I'm really annoyed right now. The only good news is that I'm going to Ulta today to return a couple things, this being one of them. And so I'm gonna look around and see if I can find another gloss that's this shade, that will actually be that shade. And I may update in the description. There's no, well, is there? No, it doesn't look like there's any sort of shimmer or anything in it. No glitter or shimmer or anything. The Glosstopia one in the shade Opal Tease did have a little bit of a pearl in it of some kind. It wasn't like glittery, but it did have that little bit of shimmer in it. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys today. I will update any extra thoughts that I have in the description. Don't forget to check that out. As a gloss, just on its own, this feels nice. And I'll wear it for the rest of the day, and I'll have an idea, like, by the end of the day, if this makes my lips more dry, more chapped, or whatever. And I will put that in the description as well. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.